guys, and welcome to my first DIY craft video. And today I'm going to be showing you how I use acrylic paint as watercolor, and I've actually used this several times before, and I don't see a reason why I've got every color of acrylic in the world and I shouldn't pay for both it and watercolor when you can just use this simple method. There's two different ways you can do this, but first I'm going to start out with what you need. So I just have two different paint brushes here. They're just basic paint brushes. It doesn't matter what size I use for this because I'm not actually going to be painting, so whatever paint brushes that you're going to use. And then I've got acrylic paint, a paint pan, and just some water. Now you can use a coffee cup or whatever. I've just got it in this lid because I didn't want to dirty up a coffee cup. And then your paper, and I've actually got some watercolor paper here. And I'm just going to take and put some of this Liquitex Basics. It's blue. I can tell you the color code if you're wondering. I'll just show you the whole thing. And I'm going to take and just put a little bit of this right here. I'm not going to use a lot. I'm just basically showing you that this is, it's acrylic paint. If I make a streak here, it's acrylic, it's not watercolor. You can tell by that. And to start this tutorial off, I'm going to take just whichever brush you want. And I'm going to take this dried paint here, which I just took some of the acrylic paint, spread it out really thin, and let it dry. And I'm going to keep dropping little droplets of water until it starts to pull up. And then I'm going to use it to make it a little thicker. And this is the first method you can use. Now this works fine, but it takes a little more time because you have to let it dry. And I just find that kind of annoying. I don't want to go through that. But as you can see, it makes really good watercolor. Like I said, I'm not a professional artist. This is just what I do. Now, I don't use this method a lot because, again, you have to let it sit overnight, and I think it's really annoying. So the method I do use is and I'm going to use the same spot here. I just put some acrylic paint down, about however much I'm going to be using for whatever project I'm working on. And then I take some water and just pour it in with it. And because I've got so much paint there, I'm going to use quite a bit of water. And now however much water you're going to use depends on how much paint you put out. So there I put very little, and if you can hear the whimpering, that's my dog. He's upset because I'm talking and not to him. But basically, however much paint you use is gonna determine how much water you use, and I used quite a bit of both, but I think that it needs to be just a little bit thinner. So I'm gonna just add a little bit more water. I'm just going to mix that in here. And then, as you can see, it came out just a little bit darker. And now that is the way that I use the most often because I like the results. They're about the same, as you can tell here. They're not that much different, but you don't have to wait for it to cure overnight to use this method, and that is why I typically do that one, is because I'm impatient, I guess you could say. But so that is the very quick and simple way to make watercolor out of acrylics. If you like this video, make sure to give it a like because I can definitely do more of these types of videos and would love to. So make sure and hit that like button. If you're new here, I'm also new here. This is a brand new channel, so hit that subscribe button to see more. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.